Good morning. This is JHS Weekly. I'm Mariah Vasquez.
And I'm Michael Carney. Seniors, who needs money for college? It's March Scholarship Madness. Be checking your emails, the JHS Scholarship page, and the scholarship box in the guidance office.
And now with an update on weather, here's Jessica Finnegan.
Hello, I'm Jessica Finnegan with your 7-day forecast. It looks like for today it's going to be sunny with a high of 48 and a low of 37, while Friday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 62 and a low of 44. Saturday has a 60% chance of rain with a high of 62 and a low of 45, while Sunday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 47 and a low of 35. Monday looks like the high is going to be 48 with a low of 29. Tuesday has a high of 50 with a low of 33, and then Wednesday has a high of 56 with a low of 38. It looks like this week is going to be a little chilly, so prepare for it. Back to you.
Thanks, Jessica.
You may still order a yearbook, but now quantities are limited, and when they're all spoken for, that'll be it. The price has increased to $65. You can also order by going online to jostens.com. Please see Mrs. Crane with any questions in room B116.
Inside Out will be held for the freshman class on Monday, March 12th. Ask your Fusion leaders any further questions.
And now with an athlete spotlight, here's Caden Subal.
I started playing basketball when I was about 4 or 5 years old in JYBA. I got very into it, and I was interested in all sports, and then basketball is just my most favorite sport, so I just got really into it. Before a game, I usually listen to music or pump myself up a little bit. I go through plays in my head. I use coach as kind of like a motivating. He pumps us up, and yeah, kind of like meditate a little bit, you know, envision the game in my head and get ready for it. We've worked very hard on defense and offense. We've been working nonstop, hours every day. I think we've been very motivated for the past 2 seasons because we haven't had great seasons. And I think after last season, we were more motivated than ever just to get in the gym as much as possible and work on everything we have. When the clock was running down, it was kind of like the game wasn't quite over yet. We were still trying to play because I didn't feel like the game was that close. But I thought they were up, actually. And the clock went off, and I saw people cheering, and then I finally started cheering, and I was very happy. What this basketball season meant to me was it was my last year. I knew I had to give out everything I had. You know, it was the last chance I got to prove myself, I feel like, to prove to a lot of people that doubted us and hopefully put Joplin back on the map.
Thanks, Caden.
Fusion Leader applications are available to all sophomores and juniors interested in being a Fusion Leader. Applications will be available outside of B306 and will be due on March 16th. All applications need to be turned in to Mrs. Hall in room B306.
Prom is quickly approaching. Here's Laurel Singh with a look into what Operation Fairy Godmother has to offer.
If you have ever wondered what Operation Fairy Godmother is like, I interviewed one student to find out what her experience was with the program.
Project Fairy Godmother is this awesome organization that I'm actually donating some of my dresses from last year to them this year. Last year, I had gone with my stepmom to Project Fairy Godmother. You sign up, you pick your slot, and you have a either printed receipt or you have a mobile receipt, and you check in. There's a woman who gets to come with you, and she's like your fairy godmother. It's set up just like your regular dress store is, but it's at an old elementary school, or it was last year for me. But they have dresses upon dresses that people have donated, and then they have little dressing rooms too. I had picked a lot of dresses, and I wasn't falling in love with any of them, because you kind of have that moment whenever you put on the dress that you're supposed to have. And for me, it was this giant orange dress, and I loved it so much. It was so big and poofy, and it had a giant ball gown. And the only thing it was missing was this corset lace kind of back. And you could get a feel of the dress. It was fine, but I knew I would have to go buy that. So one of the women actually had overheard me, and they were trying to help me like keep the dress on, and they drove to Hobby Lobby really fast before I even found out, and they bought ribbon that looked exactly like my dress, and they put it on, and it was kind of like that aha moment, like, oh, this is my dress. And it was great. I got to walk down, and I got to pick out a pair of high heels. I looked at some jewelry. It's pretty awesome that I got a whole experience for only $35. It was insane, actually, that I got that experience for only $35. And I would say to any girl who might be like, oh, kind of even feeling shameful that they're going to Project Fairy Godmother, do not. It helps me out so bad. I got to go get my hair done. I got to go get my nails done. And it opened up a financial window for me. And those women really showed me that they cared. They cared about making that day really good for me and making that experience so genuine. It's also pretty cool. They told me whenever I got there, whenever you leave with this dress, you're not allowed to sell it because they're a nonprofit organization. So we're not allowed to profit off of them. So I'm taking my old dress back, and I'm also taking another one of my dresses that was a family member's. But I hope that whenever a girl puts on or tries on my dress that I wore last year, that she gets that aha moment, that she gets that feeling that I did whenever I put it on.
So if you are interested in getting your prom formal wear without having to spend a lot, Operation Fairy Godmother is the perfect way to do that and have a great experience while doing so.
Thanks, Laurel.
Mr. JHS will be held on March 10th at 7 p.m. Admission will be $5 for adults and $3 for students. Here's a sneak peek into what Mr. JHS will hold. Mr. JHS is an exciting upcoming event that has been a part of Joplin High School for many years. To learn more about what Mr. JHS will hold, I sat down with a couple participants.
Mr. JHS competition is a male pageant / talent show / auction. So we all have like acts and groups that we do together, and then at the very end we all come up one by one and people auction us off to either go on a date with us or do work for them. And then the person that gets the most money or gets auctioned off for the most money is crowned Mr. JHS.
They dance, they do solo acts by themselves, and they basically have parents and students come and watch and auction boys off. It's kind of just a fun get-together.
The people that are involved with the competition are the people that signed up for Mr. JHS, but there are, I think, around 15 senior boys that are involved in it.
Spencer and Austin are very excited about the Mr. JHS competition, and they wanted to tell me a few things that they are anticipating.
The one I'm most excited for is that we have a group dance that we have made up, me and Corbin Chaffin choreographed. I can't really tell you what it is because we're keeping it a secret, but it's going to be really funny.
Ethan Vang, I'm excited to see who does that. I want to see how the moms react and all the cheerleaders and all the girls that go, but we may have kind of a surprise.
I'm really excited to see Ethan Vang and Truman Langford. They have a skit that they're going to do that will probably make you cry laughing, so that should be fun.
The event will be something you won't want to miss, and I recommend that everyone participate on March 10th to see who will be crowned this year's Mr. JHS.
Be sure you're checking your emails daily to stay updated on upcoming events.
This week, Daniel Miller finds more photos from our peers and shares them with us in another photo feature.
JHS students have had the ability to take great photos, and a few weeks ago I was able to feature some of those that we've had so far. And now I'm able to feature even more from our entire student body. I begin this feature with Max. He gives us another set of photos taken with his Olympus E10 Mark II, starting with Poltergeist. Another shot he gave us was Twins in Moonlight, near Carthage in the early hours. Walking Cold was another shot he took by the Grand Falls during the evening. Holy Man is his dog in costume. And lastly from Max is Klein, a bed with blue paint on it. Dylan also sends us some photos taken on his Canon PowerShot ELPH 160. Next up, we have Gabrielle's photos. Caden from the JHD crew also shared some of his shots. Here they are. Jared, also from the crew, shares one of his photos. Haley brings us a few cool photos too. Here they are. And lastly, I finished with Megan's photos, taken with her Rebel T6. I appreciate all the submissions from this round and enjoyed them all. I hope to see more. And if you would like to submit any of your own favorite photos as a student or a staff member of JHS, I've listed all the details on the screen. I'm Daniel Miller with JHD.
Thanks, Daniel.
Prom tickets are on sale. Tickets are $20 until March 9th. March 12th through April 5th, tickets will be $25. Friday, April 6th and Saturday, April 7th, tickets will be $30.
There are several new clubs at JHS. Samantha Walker brings us a closer look at one of them.
There are many clubs available at JHS, but there hasn't been one for people of the LGBT community. That was until this year when a group of sophomore students created the Gay Straight Alliance, also known as the GSA. I talked to their president, Chloe Bonds, for more.
The Gay Straight Alliance was created so LGBT students can have a little bit of a support system, as well as so people interested in LGBT issues can advocate for it at our school.
The goal of the GSA is all about acceptance.
The goal of this club is to gain some more acceptance, not just in our school, but also in the general Joplin community as well as just to have a good time.
They also have several social media accounts, all under the name Pride in JHS.
We have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Facebook, a website, and I believe that's it.
Bond says the GSA is a great place to go.
People should come to this club because we have a good cause, and we generally have a lot of fun in the meetings. People laugh a lot, and we build a team, and it's very enjoyable. We meet at 7:45 on Friday mornings in room B219, and I hope to see everyone there.
Bond says the GSA might be the place for you. Reporting for JHD, I'm Samantha Walker.
Thanks, Sam. Starting next week, there will be a top 5 plays of the week for Fortnite. So anyone who has any clips you would like to submit, please email them to jarrettgraves.stu@joplinschools.org.
This has been JHS Weekly. Have a great week.